Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about a trans-abled woman who decided to blind herself on purpose. Now, if you guys saw the video I did recently on this whole new trend that is going on at the moment called transableism. So people that are part of the trans community are now choosing to identify as being disabled. So instead of it actually being a logical psychiatric condition that we look at, known as BIID, which is body integrity identity disorder, or just body integrity disorder. So people thinking that they need to cut off a limb or that they need to do something to their body in order to feel like that they are part of society in some way. It's an actual mental health condition and should be treated accordingly. But now it's socially being changed into transableism. Just another thing that people want to do to remove the level of insanity and create this normal thing in today's day and age, which is just utterly stupid. And everyone that goes along with it are extremely in denial. And it's a huge, huge slap in the face to people that are actually disabled, because the comments that I was reading on the last video that I made about this, people were saying that they actually are disabled, and if they could choose, and like I actually said in the video, if people can choose to be able-bodied, to actually live like a normal human being without being disabled, they would choose that. They wouldn't choose the life of being a disabled person. No sane person, no logical person chooses the life of a disabled person. Okay, that is not normal. But yet the trans community are trying to make this a normal thing. But what they're actually doing is not only embarrassing themselves, but they're also mocking. But not only mocking, they're just, it's an absolute disgusting show. Thinking that you can be disabled or identify yourself as being disabled. It's disgusting. It's horrible. But this trans-abled woman, she decided to blind herself on purpose because apparently she claims that she should have been born blind. And because she's now blind, she's now happier. Now, apparently, the so-called transphobic doctors and crowd reacted in the kind of way you would hope that everyone would actually react in. I'll let you guys watch the video.
Do you have any regrets about taking your own vision or the process with which you did take your own vision?
I don't have any regrets taking my vision. I believe I should have been born blind, and I'm happy the way I am. I do have some regrets about the way I did it, but in the end, I'm happy the way I am.
Dr. Phil, with all due respect to Jewel, but I am having a really hard time sitting so close to someone who traumatized herself, who damaged herself. We took an oath in medicine to help people. We see horrible tragedies every single day as doctors, and people who would give anything to go back and restore their vision, their health. My heart is beating out of my chest. I can't even make sense of the emotions I'm feeling, because to hear someone say, I've always felt I should be blind. Well, I've always felt I should be the Queen of England, but I'm not going out to become the Queen of England.
Well, so this female doctor, she says that she took an oath to do no harm. And here's my line of thinking. These doctors that go around and promote trans surgeries to minors or even give them puberty blockers, any doctor that promotes the trans ideology at all and advocates for the mutilation of bodies, they took an oath to do no harm. And if they're allowing or they're going with these people that want to cut off their breasts, that want to cut off their genitals, that want to change their body when there is no need to. They are going against their oath. They're going against to do no harm to people. They are choosing to do harm to actual people's bodies, to mutilate them. But now, of course, it's all been changed, because if the person wants to have it done, we don't see that as a mental health disorder, and you're actually doing them more harm by affirming the delusion. No, we now see it as, I'm not doing any harm because I'm helping this person live the life that they want to live. I am appalled. I really am, all the time, when I see young people, especially, unfortunately, go along with this ideology. They have the puberty blockers that stunts their puberty from naturally developing. It chemically castrates them. And then you have doctors that affirm it, that say this is supposed to be acceptable. This is supposed to happen. And I'm glad that this female doctor that reacted the way that she did towards this woman who decided to blind herself with chemicals. Why would you do such a thing to yourself? Why would you think that that is normal? It's not normal. The fact that she took away something that is so precious to every single person. If you were to go up to a real blind person and say to them, hey, if you could see today, would you? Obviously, they would say yes. Because sight is a miraculous gift. Being able to see things every single day. It's a beautiful thing. And this woman took it away from herself. Why? Maybe it was her choice to begin with. But she shouldn't have even done that. And now she's saying she's transabled. She made herself disabled for no reason whatsoever. And that is despicable. And the fact that no doctor, I don't know her whole story, but no doctor psychiatrically, maybe her parents didn't send her to a doctor, but she seriously needed help. If she's trying to do herself harm in any such way, you need to help that person psychiatrically. You don't allow them to harm themselves. This woman claiming that she is now happier because she is blind is again another delusional statement. You cannot be happier being blind. But that is the lie that people have bought into. That if you do these things to your own body, then you will, in fact, be happier. There is a disconnect going on in your brain. Psychologically, you're not well. Your brain is suffering through a mental illness. The whole trans community are a bunch of mentally ill people walking around. And if you don't believe me, look at all the research. Look at all the people that are suffering with gender dysphoria. You have two sides. You have people that suffer with gender dysphoria, and then you have the trans activists, people that just want to mutilate people for the sake of mutilating them and do whatever the hell they want to do because they feel like that's the case. And they're not actually, they're just suffering from major delusion. But people that are suffering from actual gender dysphoria, and you have a psychologist diagnose them, but even today, psychologists are not really diagnosing them with gender dysphoria. It's more, okay, if you say that you're a girl, you can be a girl. We'll let you be a girl. We'll put you on puberty blockers. We'll prescribe it. This whole new trend of transableism, trying to be disabled. There's another guy, transgender Norwegian man, identifies as a disabled woman despite having no disabilities at all. The man, Jurand Victoria Almi, age 53, said in an interview on Norwegian television that last year he had always wished to be born as a woman who was paralyzed from the waist down. Why? Ask him the question, why? And if they say, oh, I just always wanted it, anyone that wants to do this to themselves is not well. I'm sure a lot of you have already gathered that. There was another man that I saw who wants to be, he actually knows that he's got BID, body integrity disorder. He knows, he's been diagnosed with that. And it's even said in the video. And he goes that he's called up so many different doctors and he can't actually have the surgery. And one doctor in particular said that he would do the surgery for $25,000. And the person that has BID said the only reason why he has not gone through with it is because he doesn't have the money to have his spinal cord cut so that he can actually live the life of a disabled person. That doctor should have his license revoked straight away, gone. Because no doctor should willingly go ahead and choose to sever anyone's spinal cord or make anyone disabled. That's not a doctor's responsibility or job. They're supposed to help people. Now, this person knows that they've got BID, and yet what's going on? Is he receiving treatment for it? I wonder. Proper treatment, or is the person that he's under, maybe he's not even seeing a psychiatrist? But if he is, I wonder what that psychiatrist or psychologist is actually doing to help this man, who is also claiming to be trans. The whole landscape of psychology has changed, if you haven't noticed. Laws are now in place where good psychologists that want to help people are now stuck if they come across a trans person. They would also be stuck coming across a trans identifying person that also wants to be transabled. What do you do in that scenario? They're backing them into a corner, the good ones, that is, and saying, you can't touch me here because that's my identity. Meanwhile, the rest of us can't say anything at all. So they've not only backed the psychologist into a corner, they've backed us into a corner as well, where these people should be treated properly. We know that they've got a mental illness. So why aren't they being treated correctly for the mental illness? No, let's just allow them to go on with their life and act as if they are disabled. Meanwhile, they take over real disabled people's spots, even though they weren't even supposed to be disabled in the first place. Absolutely despicable. It really is. And I feel for people that actually live with a disability. I know people. It's not easy for them. It's hard every single day. But these people choosing to be disabled, it's not right. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this one. You take care. You be blessed. You stay safe. And I'll see you all in the next video.